Hi, Jeff and Jen Buck here from Profile Your City. So we have been doing real estate web design and marketing for
a long time.
Almost 18 years now. And we've seen a lot of companies come and go, and we've seen a lot of other companies make statements about what they can do for you and their tools.
And we've seen a lot of overwhelmed realtors.
You're overwhelmed. And so because we've worked with realtors for so long, we know what you need. We know how you operate, and we know what kind of tools are going to work best for you. So from time to time, realtors will come to us about doing a website for them. And they'll say, oh, well, we're thinking about this other company. Look at all the tools this other company has. And I'd say, we have all the tools you need. There isn't a single tool out there that isn't part of our system. But the thing is that really, you're not going to use any of those tools. You use very few tools in doing your business. And those are the ones we focus in on. And those are the ones we want to tell you how to make the most money with.
Well, the first thing I want to tell you is a little bit of truth. And if you're counting on these online web tools to build your business, but you're not willing to go out and shake hands and talk to people, you're not going to be successful. This is a people-to-people business, and all of your online tools are a complement to that.
They're like a hammer and a chisel and a screwdriver in your toolbox. Just because you have the tool doesn't mean they're going to work for you. You are the most important tool that you have in your toolbox.
That's right.
Shaking hands, kissing babies, meeting your neighbors.
Wearing a name badge. Don't be a secret agent. Let people know that you're in the business of selling real estate. It's a conversation starter.
Right. Wearing a name badge. I can't tell you how many meetings we've been in where we'll train realtors on how to be successful. And one of the things I always notice is only a fraction of them have a name badge on. It's like, who's going to know what you do? And so if you're not going to tell people who you are and what you're doing, you're not going to be successful. So your personality, you shaking hands and kissing babies, you wearing a name badge, do open houses, send out email and newsletters, post some things up to Facebook, be known for a certain type of property.
Well, I'm sorry. I love what you said about the open houses, because a lot of agents I talk to were like, are you doing open houses? And they're like, well, no, not really. Well, where else are you going to go in your day that you're going to put yourself in front of people who are out looking at real estate? I mean, I would be doing an open house every single day if I were an agent.
If you're an agent and you're not making the money you want to make and you're looking to find out what to do, our technology is it's fabulous and all, we feel it's the best, but it's not gonna be as powerful as you putting a sign in the yard and holding an open house and waving to people as they drive by. I mean, that's salesmanship. That's what you need to do, right?
Well, we were in a meeting last week, and an agent was talking to us, and he was saying how he's working with FSBOs. As realtors, we hear that a lot in real estate school or working with our company training. He was actually offering to do open houses for his FSBOs in the event that, one, it would create a relationship with them, but also that he would have an opportunity to meet potential buyers.
After doing this for nearly 18 years and working with hundreds, if not thousands of realtors, we can tell you some very simple tools that will make you successful and help you move your business forward.
Simple is the key.
Simple is the key. One, you have to have a great real estate website. You have to have a real estate website that feeds in all the MLS listings, that has all the communities that they might be interested in, has profiles of the communities, and has the ability for either you to set them up or for them to set themselves up with email alerts on new properties and price changes. Right, Jen?
That's right. And what Jeff was saying about the community profiles, local information is what people want to know. People don't want to go to a website that doesn't showcase the lifestyle, that's some corporate branding with stock photos. They want to know, what is it like to live here? And you need that information about what the different communities offer.
Yeah, so the more of you and your personality and the community you sell in, the more of that you put into your website, the more successful you're going to be. So you have to have a great website.
What the property updates, let's go back to that.
Okay, please.
Okay, sorry. So once someone goes to your website and they've done a search for the properties, or they're looking at a community they're interested in, you need for them to be able to sign up to get email alerts when new things come on the market or price changes happen to what they're interested in. This is like seeds in the garden, and it's going to continue to work for you. Some of you maybe go and use the MLS for that. You don't want to do that. You want to sign them up for property updates on your own website.
Your brand. your
right.
rent.
And the resource that they come back to.
Right. We always say, I mean, how many times have you either fallen in love and you never expected to, or you got a puppy and you never expected to, or maybe a super expensive golf cart and your wife thinks you're crazy, right? I don't know. That happens to some people.
Right.
The thing is that we're all creatures of like comfort and joy and love, and we want to be all of the above. So when all of a sudden I get a property update and it's this farmhouse that reminds me of my childhood, or the beach house that I've always wanted, I'm going to forget about everything else, and
Right.
I want this house. Okay.
Right.
So as a realtor, you need to sign up as many people as you can for property updates and alerts. That's number 2 or number 3. So there's have a great website, wear your name badge, shake hands, kiss babies, sign people up for property updates. Number 4 would be to post these updates up to social media. So with our websites, you can take any of the listings because it's all broker reciprocity data, and you can post it up to any social media site, and it links back to you, back to your website, right? And so what are some of the creative ways we could search and link on Facebook, Jen?
Well, one, all of the websites that we design have a built-in share tool right from any of the property details. You also can go to the advanced search page and do a search. You copy and paste the URL up in the browser bar, and you put that into Facebook as you paste it in.
So we suggest that you be known for something. Maybe it's golf course communities under 500,000, maybe it's beachfront properties or foreclosures, short sales, or whatever it is, or just the beautiful house of the day. You know, we go online and there's this one YouTube guy and he does a daily dose of the internet, and he puts great videos on there of kids and
Always positive.
animals, always positive, interesting stuff. Well, pick out positive, interesting properties that you just saw that came on the market. Make some interesting comment about it. Post it up to Facebook.
Well, and it doesn't have to be your listing. Since everything meets broker reciprocity guidelines, it links back to your website, and you're available to sell anything that's in the MLS.
Right. So if you do a search string for, any gated communities, golf course, lifestyle, whatever you want, it'll always be relevant and live because it pulls straight from the data from the MLS through our websites. It's a great way to do it. So go ahead, Jen.
Well, I was just going to say, don't be afraid of social media. And especially with our demographic in Southwest Florida, especially, our clientele maybe is a little bit older, but everybody's on Facebook. Even that demographic is on Facebook. They're looking at pictures of their kids and their grandkids. And so, you don't have to be intimidated by it.
Okay, so quick little recap
Oh,
as
wait,
we're
we're not
moving
done.
on.
We're not done.
Okay, go ahead.
A newsletter.
Oh, yeah.
Hello,
I
an
was
email
gonna get to
newsletter.
that. Yes,
Oh, okay,
I
go
had
ahead.
that in mind. No, I mean, so I was just going to recap and then get to the last thing we recommend, which is the newsletter. Okay, so you have a great website. You wear your name badge, you shake hands, kiss babies. You do property updates and alerts for people. You post to Facebook, it's all free, doesn't cost you anything. And then you follow this up because you've been putting people in your email update. You've been collecting a database of folks that are interested in real estate, and you wrap it all up with a newsletter. Focuses in on what, Jen?
Local information, local properties for sale, open houses, local events, local is what people want to do.
Yeah, don't send them some weird stock art or weird recipes or things that aren't relevant. Don't waste their time. Focus in on the market, the neighborhoods.
That's right.
Yes, go ahead.
Market stats. Market stats are really important, and especially if you're sending your email newsletter to a community, a specific list, they want to know what's for sale in their neighborhood, what's selling, what's the asking versus sales price. So that's all information you want to make it relevant to the reader and of value to the reader.
So our company is called Profile Your City, Inc. Okay, and our clients are realtors, real estate companies, and country clubs. Jen and I have been in business for almost 18 years now, and we're in the Florida market, and we know this business. We know this market, and we're putting ourselves out there, and we're go ahead.
Well, we didn't even talk about if you're really adventurous, get online, get on YouTube, put yourself out there. The more personality, I can't tell you how many people come to meet with us and they say, we already feel like we know you because we watched your videos. You want to give people a little feeling for you. It's like your soul. Put a little bit of that into your marketing.
Well, that's what I was going to say. And just to talk about our company versus these other companies, they're going to spin your head around. They're going to talk a lot of gobbledygook. They're going to make you think that, having all these tools is going to make you money.
The SEO is everything.
Page 1 on Google and all that. Most of it's just nonsense, okay? The tools we talk about, the techniques we talk about in this video, That's what you need to focus in on. Everything else is a distraction. If you're not already using the world's most super advanced CRM and you're not already doing all those other tools, you're not going to do it now.
No.
You're most likely, what works the best for realtors is you're really good about sending emails. You can definitely sign people up for property alerts, and you can drink coffee and post to Facebook like a madman.
And you
right?
can hire a company like us to do an email newsletter for you every month. The thing about the newsletter is people often sit in our office and they're like, oh, well, my neighbor just listed with so-and-so down the street. And when I ran into him, they said, oh, but I forgot you're a realtor. You have to be in front of people. You have to remind them that you're
It's
there.
like the person you've loved since childhood gets married and didn't know you were single. It's devastating. So you got to let people know that you're a realtor, and you got to know how to get in touch with you, and you got to be positive. And the techniques we talk about today and the fees we charge are very easy, very affordable. We're kind of a boutique company. We don't have thousands of customers. We like to focus in. We know all of our clients. We're going to know you.
That's right.
These other companies that are up against, or you might try to decide who to go with, who owns them, right? Who's behind them? What do you know about them? Do they have kids? Did they grow up in Florida like we did? What do you know about these people? We've been around for a long time.
We have.
And we continue to be around for a long time. We have a young child who eats a lot. We have to keep working.
He's expensive.
And another little bit older child who wants expensive things as
That's
well.
right,
So
that's
we're
right.
working hard for you. Okay. So it's Jeff and Jen Buck from Profile Your City, Inc. Right? Go ahead.
This has been your dose of realtor realism for
Yes.
today.
It's
We need a
so frustrating because we really care about you. My mom was a realtor for 30 years, and she started with nothing. She was 2 mortgage payments behind. She went out and knocked on doors, and she sold real estate. And her last days were her best years. So, you need to know really what works and what doesn't work, and what you're capable of, and what's a good direction to go, and who to work with. You got to feel good about who you work with. If it's some company, I hate to say it, but out in California, 3-hour time difference, they're always different people every time you
Right.
call. They don't know you. They don't care about you like we do.
Oh.
We love you. Okay.
And I know you want to pick up the phone right now and call us.
Oh my God! Should I? I'm a salesman. I'm talking about. Okay, so if you want to call us, and we'd definitely chat with you about any projects you have going on, you can dial 239-325-9916. It's Jeff and Jen Buck or you could send us an email, which would be jbuck. That's JBUCK at profileyourcity.com. Pretty simple.
But we're charming in person. I'd say call.
Yes. Yeah, so we'd be happy to have you buy us coffee. I mean, whatever you need. We've been doing this a long time. We want you to be successful. Think about what we've talked about. If you have some questions, please let us know. And thank you very much.
Thank you.